Hi everybody, this is the 4th through 6th grade assignment for our assignment with our new artist of the month. Her name is Yayoi Kusama. She is a Japanese artist that used a lot of geometric patterns and polka dots in her artwork. So we will be making this mushroom with polka dots on it for the middle, and around it is going to be a geometric pattern. So I have uploaded on the Google Classroom some different background pattern ideas. So all of these papers that I'm going to show you are in your Google Classroom. So there are all those patterns. There's some big papers with showing you bigger patterns. So take a look at those if you need some ideas of what kind of pattern you want to use. There's also different ways of drawing the mushrooms, different polka dots that can go on the mushrooms. If you kind of want to make a game out of it, this is called a roll and draw. You would roll a dice, and for your first roll, that would do the top part of your mushroom. Second roll would be kind of that inside part. Third roll would be like the stem, and then you could pick your background. And there should be one or two of the roll and draw pages. This one is a step-by-step how to draw some mushrooms. Another one showing you different shapes, different designs. And then there's the other roll and draw. So there are a lot of different resources showing you different ways that you can draw the mushrooms. For this assignment, you are going to need a piece of paper, a pencil. You'll need either colored pencils or crayons, whichever you prefer. And I recommend having markers, regular markers, and if you have one, a black Sharpie marker to trace over all of those pencil lines. See how that black outline really makes everything pop. On mine, I used colored pencil for the background, and my mushroom is done in marker. It really makes it pop out even more using the two different materials. And you guys will be using complementary colors. There's a video about complementary colors as well as a color wheel to show you are going to be picking colors that are opposite on the color wheel. So on this one, I chose blue and orange, but then I kind of accented with a little bit of red. So I think for my example, so blue and orange is one option, yellow and purple is an option, and then red and green. So you can always add, like with colored pencils, you know how there's usually a dark and a light green. So if I decided to use my background green, I could use both of those. And then there's usually two different reds, or you could kind of do what I did here by using you could use red and bring in orange since it's very similar to red. So that is going to be up to you. Remember that you want to draw with a pencil first, but I'm going to use my Sharpie marker just so you guys can see it. So I did that's one mushroom design that can be done, but I think I'm going to try, let's see if we're looking at this paper. I think I'm going to try this like rounded one. I think that one looks cool. But you know, there's tons of mushrooms, so you decide which style you want to use. So for this mushroom, I would do kind of a curved top. I would bring down that inside part and then give the little stem. And there would be my mushroom. From there, you would choose which kind of polka dots you want to do to put onto the mushroom. So kind of see on this paper how some of those mushrooms have, or some of those polka dots kind of have doubled up lines. Those polka dots are smaller. So kind of pick some different polka dots and make it look really cool. And there are my polka dots. So now I need to decide what kind of pattern I want for my background. So let's take a look at some of the different backgrounds and see kind of what I want to do. I'm going to use this one with all the little lines. No, I'm not. I think I'm going to use maybe some squares might look cool. Background. Notice that it's not perfect. It's kind of crazy looking. It's abstract. It's geometric. It's just kind of shapes everywhere. It's not meant to be perfect. And notice that it kind of looks a little funny right now because I don't have it all colored. But this one's all colored and I like how it looks. I think it looks really cool. So now would be the time, if you have a black Sharpie marker or a black regular marker, I would outline all of your pencil lines, color in your polka dots. And if you don't have any markers, you could use a colored pencil or crayon and just kind of do it a little harder. It just makes everything stand out better and will look really nice when you finish the whole thing. Especially for the background, you really want to trace over those lines with something, because if you just color it, you're not going to see all your shapes. You're just going to see color, because all of your pencil lines will get covered up once you color. All right, everything has been traced and now it's time to color. I used markers on the mushroom and colored pencils on the background just to make the colors really pop out. So for my mushroom, remember you want to use complementary colors. So I'm going to use green and red. So for the mushroom, I'm going to use red and a little bit of pink just to kind of look nice with that. And then I'm going to use my 2 different green colored pencils for the background. My finished mushroom. Notice how the red of the mushroom really sticks out against the green background. Complementary colors really will make that mushroom stick out. I shouldn't see any white space on your picture. That whole background should be colored. I hope you enjoyed this project, and don't forget to submit your picture to a Google Classroom so that I can see it. Thank you.